What's your impressions of the match?
Yeah, it was a really hard-fought match, to be honest. Tunisia is very physical. We knew they were going to be aggressive, and their fans create a hostile environment, so they get very, very passionate in the game.
And let's start with you, Mitchell. Please share with us your impressions of the match.
Yeah, it was a really hard-fought match, to be honest. Tunisia is very physical. We knew they were going to be aggressive, and their fans create a hostile environment, so they get very, very passionate in the game. And we needed to match that, and not just match it, but also beat it. And I thought the boys did unbelievable to do that today.
Thank you, Mitchell. We have time for 3 questions. We start with the gentleman on the left with the glasses, please.
First, congratulations. That you did the gesture after the goal for your son, Jackson. Would you like to share a little bit more about your story? Like, do you have that kind of feeling that you're gonna make a goal today, or did your son know that you're gonna do this?
Yeah, I did actually. I did. I spoke to my son as I got selected in the World Cup, and as a striker you need to have that confidence and believe that you're going to score in every match, and obviously France were a different kind of opponent, and I actually was messaging some of my family saying that I was going to score today, and I told my son that I was going to be able to share this moment with him and get that celebration, and the gesture was a letter J for the first letter of his name, and I haven't seen it yet, but apparently he did it back to me from the stadium, which was a really special moment that I'm going to treasure for the rest of my life.
Thank you. The lady in the middle, please.
Tracy. Mitchell, Tracy Holmes from the ABC. Just take us through what went through your mind when you scored that goal, because you're part of a very exclusive group of Australians that have done that at the World Cup. At half-time, how you get yourself back together for the second half, and then that frazzle at the end and that activity, like how tense was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the moment that I scored was pure ecstasy. It was crazy. It was a crazy moment for me, knowing that after Craig Goodwin scored, I think we were told that he was only the 7th player, or 7th Australian player to score at a World Cup, and I actually said to Arnie a couple of days ago that I was going to be the 8th or 9th. So I'm very happy to be the 8th. And yeah, it was honestly a tough game. We knew that they were going to be aggressive and go out the whole 90 minutes. And I felt the boys did their jobs perfectly. They matched them physically. They were getting desperate at the end, and they really won all the balls physically and did a great job, kept a clean sheet, and that's what we needed to do.
Next question, the gentleman with the glasses.
From news.com.au. What was Arnie's message after that goal, and what lessons do you think you learnt from the France game to not concede before half-time?
To be honest, we really went with a very aggressive approach with the pressing and just matched them physically and try and run them over the game. And like I said, I think the boys did that perfectly. He said the same message at half-time to make sure we continued it. He said, basically, just run yourself into the ground. We can make 5 subs, and we'll make sure when they come on, they do the same job. And I thought everyone did their jobs brilliantly.
And the question to the gentleman in beige, yes, please.
Mitch, Joe Barton from Daily Telegraph, mate. How are you feeling? But more importantly, we've talked about your kids and the celebration, but you obviously live in Japan. I think your kids live in the UK. How difficult is that for you emotionally, the sacrifices, and did any of that emotion come out tonight? Yeah, definitely. When the full-time whistle went and I got immediately interviewed, I was trying to hold back the tears because it is a very special moment for me. There has been a lot of sacrifice, for family. Being on my own a lot of the time in the last couple of years hasn't been easy, but these kind of moments make those sacrifices worth it, and that's what the mentality you need to have. So I was very happy to get the goal, help Australia get the result. Everybody did their job, and yeah, to be honest, it's just the best feeling in the world.